Okay, we're just going to set up a basic auto ad on my book, How to Market a Book. So you just go from the bookshelf over to Promote and Advertise. Then you choose the marketplace where you want to advertise the book. For me, that's Amazon.com. For you, it might be something different. You choose Sponsored Products. And now you're going to be presented with the choices for the ad formats. You want a standard ad. Go ahead and name that ad group so you can find that advertisement later. If you just leave it at the default, the risk is that you will not know what book that's for, and so you won't know to turn it off. It will all become a blur when you look in your dashboard. For your very first ad, you're going to leave this on automatic targeting. That's fine. But when you go down to the bid, you can see the default bid. They give you a range, but then they also default it over to the higher end of that range. What you're going to do is just go below the minimum range and start out really slow to see if you can get them to show your ad for a lower price. Amazon advertising is an auction, so you're allowed to bid whatever you want. This is the next really critical thing you need to change in this interface. The default for this is set to dynamic bid up and down, and that gives Amazon the right to raise your bid if they think it will be competitive. You don't want them to ever raise a bid on your behalf. You want to log in, and if your ad isn't showing, you raise the bid yourself. Do not let Amazon spend more money on your behalf. So you're going to put dynamic bids down only. They are allowed to lower the bid, not to raise it. We are skipping over the bid adjustments section because this is a little more advanced than your very first ad needs to be. So there are no defaults checked. Just leave everything the way it is. Your next part is settings. It's going to ask you for a campaign name, and I would recommend naming it a similar thing to what you named the ad group earlier. Again, you need to be able to find this ad and turn it off later if it's not performing. And you could only do that if you name it something that you can remember. Your next thing to change is this right here, the start and end date of the ad. I would recommend not letting an ad run for more than a month. You have to put the end date or the ad will run forever, and it's basically spending your money indefinitely. That's never going to work because you need to go back in, refine the ad, start it up again, and setting it for a month out will force you to go back in and take a look at it when it expires. Amazon will let you know when your ad's going to expire. I will usually put the daily budget for something like $5. It's rare that it will actually spend the whole $5 starting right away, but you do need to be comfortable with the fact that it might spend that every day, and you need to be monitoring to see if that's resulting in book sales for you. Okay, this is another more recent addition to the ads interface, and it's another opportunity for you to spend money that you don't really know you're spending. This is the checkbox for increasing the bid on high traffic days. And again, I don't like to give Amazon any open invitation to spend more of my money. So just go ahead and uncheck this box. If you find that your ads aren't running or they're not competitive, go ahead and raise the bid yourself, but don't give Amazon this power. Okay, so now you just make sure everything is set the way you want it with an end date, and go up and click Launch Campaign. Here's all the settings. They're just confirming them for you. And you will later get an email that your ad has been moderated and has started. And that's how you run your very first Amazon KDP ad.